Welcome to day 8 of our prayer mobilization journey together. The scripture today is one of my favorite verses and undoubtedly some of your favorite. It comes from Jeremiah 29 and verse 11. It says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future." You know, it's really easy to pull one of those great sounding verses out of context and just make it a positive, feel-good thing all the time. But what has just happened in this context is Jeremiah has delivered some really kind of bad news. They're going to be in captivity for 70 years. So he delivers the bad news and makes sure the people understand it's going to be tough, but then says, this is how you're going to live for the Lord in captivity. He tells them to flourish even though they're in captivity, to multiply, to reproduce, to do what they can to live lives that are worthy of the people of God. Live for God even still right where they are, even when circumstances stink. You know, some of the best soil is fertilized by manure. So when even the soil that the seed is taking root in stinks, and your circumstances may stink, we're called to live for God right there. And God has a plan right there. And I wonder, what if God's plan for us is to find ourselves in these kind of circumstances where others around us are suffering, and His plan for us is to be used by Him to bless them, to carry His kingdom through those difficult moments, much more than it is about our prosperity or comfort. I pray you can find your purpose right in the midst of where you find yourselves today, because God has a plan. Today's prayer in the journal reads this way: God, give us a clear understanding of the hope and future you envision for us. Help us take our eyes off of circumstances in order to become the people you are inspiring us to become. Prosper us where we are planted so that we can become a blessing to the people you have surrounded us with in our communities. I pray that our blessings from God will be much more about others than ourselves. God bless you today.